Welcome to Uncontent, where the intent is to provide insightful discussions around spirituality, purpose, and self-improvement. These messages are for everyone out there that can relate and to help provide understanding to our purpose. I've known many people who go through life thinking they must do everything on their own and that they have nobody to count on or to turn to. And family, in many of these cases, most of these folks are actually correct. I know that this can be one of the most helpless feelings a person can have, especially when life's difficulties decide to show up near their head. We are a social and communal species, and our first social and communal environment is our family. I don't think it is a coincidence that most people that have these type of alone feelings tend to come from upbringings that weren't stable or were broken along the way. And for those of you that experience this, understand and have no fear that it's never too late to put yourself in positions to have people in your life that you can count on. The question many wonder, though, is how? The simple, direct answer that I'm going to give you is you must start becoming the type of person you would want to go to in your life for support. You must create the value you're willing to give others in order to receive the value you're looking to get in return. I don't know how many long-term relationships that don't represent value to all parties that are involved. I mean, in modern and in layman's terms, this is what we refer to as networking. And we all have heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Definition of network: usually informally, interconnected group or association of persons, such as friends or professional colleagues. So what does this mean? When people communicate and network with those who are more experienced, and or accomplished, it can be incredibly beneficial. This kind of interaction offers a chance for learning and mentorship. Gaining insights from others' successes and mistakes helps you grow personally and professionally. Networking with accomplished individuals can also open doors to new opportunities like jobs or collaborations. It's definitely a way to get inspired and challenged, which can lead to self-improvement and life advancements, which are always good and positive and fulfilling for us. This type of communication and networking fosters a culture of continuous learning and development, which is imperative, as I stated, for life fulfillment. Generally speaking, individuals in the top echelons of life, especially the top 10%, they often have extensive personal and professional networks. These folks tend to be well connected with other high achieving individuals across various industries. Again, this networking is typically a mix of professional and personal relationships, and it's often facilitated by attending elite events, participating in specialized clubs or, organizations, and through alma mater connections, college, fraternities, sororities, things of such. These can play a crucial role in, your continued success, offering opportunities for collaboration, investment, and mentorship. Now, if this sounds good overall, but, for your life, you seem as if like, hey, my life didn't go that way. This doesn't apply to my life when it comes to networking. Let me reemphasize what I said earlier in this message. You must start becoming the type of person you would want to go to in your life for support. If you want your value to be seen by others of value, especially others that you might look up to, for their value, you must be doing the things that those people are doing in order for them to see that you have value that they can utilize. Value must be shown to others. It cannot be stated. And networking is crucial for this, and it's crucial for our lives in every way. Some benefits, in these areas, just off the top of my head. Career advancement, number one. Building a strong network can lead to career opportunities, recommendations, and insider information about career opportunities and or industry shifts. There is limitless knowledge, when it comes from networking. Knowledge is transferred. So knowledge and skill sharing with others are only going to be limited to what you desire to actually learn. Interacting with a diverse group will allow you to learn new skills, gain different perspectives, and stay updated on life and industry-based, work trends. Also, what I noticed is you gain self-confidence. As people meet and communicate with others, their self-confidence and social skills vastly improve. Many professional connections will also develop healthy personal dynamics that allow people to maintain relationships that provide long-term support, collaboration, and friendships. Being valued by others is also a confirmation of validation, which is right in itself alone is just a confidence booster. So, what's the next steps? Number one, stop procrastinating. Whatever it is that you need to do or wherever it is that you are looking to go, the journey has started long ago. It means you're behind. And if you're behind, you must get focused on what your life plan is and start. If you don't have a life plan, cool. Then that's where you need to start. And you can go back and look at previous videos I've made to give you some assistance in that. But remember this, nobody will see you doing things of value or doing things of self-improvement if you're actually not doing them. You must be doing them. Every answer to your life is in your control. In my opinion, the truest form of wisdom is when a person understands that their circumstances are based off their efforts and intentions towards the completion of their end goal for life. Understand that until you have made yourself of value, it'll be difficult to network to provide value to others of value. So let me reiterate this one more time. Stop procrastinating, family. Go get it done. I learned this the hard way. I didn't network at first. I didn't understand that that's the way that I was supposed to go. I didn't have a plan when I graduated high school, and my network was primarily made up of the friends from my neighborhood who also didn't have a life plan. Now, I understand, and I want you guys to always remember that we are around and associate with the people who we relate to and most resemble. So it took for me, who didn't have a plan, to do what people do when they don't know where they're going in life. We focus on enjoyment. We focus on enjoyment far more than we do production, which then leads to distractions and major life changes. And for me, I became a father at the age of 19, and I had no real means to lead a family. I worked multiple low-end jobs, day and night, just to make ends meet, to have benefits, to do different things, but nothing that was a career opportunity. And then one day, I ended up landing a job in a call center for, a corporate telecommunications company. And again, I didn't really have any set skill set. I just was happy to have a full-time job that gave me weekends off, that I had benefits, and it paid me average pay. But it was something that was always going to be there. It gave me a sense of stability. So I showed up every day, did my job, but doing my job and making the money, I had no life plan. And basically I paid attention to most of the distractions at the workplace. It took for a colleague on my team who started the same day as I, who went through the same training as I sold more deals than him. I took more calls. My numbers overall were better. However, after a year in those current positions, he was promoted to a higher position in a different department. Blew my mind away. I felt a punch in the gut, but not at my colleague. Just at the fact that I had no idea there was even a way to get promoted, or even how he did it. And this is a dude who I worked with and went to lunch with and talked to on a daily basis. He kept it to himself. At that point in time, I found out he got promoted. I did something then that I did not know would change my life forever. I sat him down in a conference room. I remember to sat him down, he and I just asked him, what is it that he did? And guess what? He told me. Without any hesitation, he sat and said, once he got the job, he knew that it had unlimited opportunity for growth, a big company. He knew that this was an entry-level position, and as soon as he got it and he understood who his manager was, our manager was, he went and sat down with the manager by himself and told him exactly what he wanted to do. And he asked his manager at that point in time to lead him on how to get there. So what he was doing was all in the dark and not in the light. I had no idea what he was doing, but he didn't want anyone to ruin his plan. He was already working and doing all kind of leadership and management opportunities behind the scenes. So he was being noticed when I wasn't. I'm thinking the things that got me noticed were important, but they weren't. What was important was that he was learning the skill set that the company desired to show him in order to become what they wanted him to be. They understood the value that he had. He understood the value that they could provide him, and they worked together on a mutual agreement. As soon as this happened and he got promoted, guess what I did? I stopped following, doing everything else that everyone else was doing, because he was the only one that I knew that did that. And I did the exact same thing that he did. I went to the exact same manager, sat him down and told him the exact same thing, and went to him with similar the same things about where I wanted to go with my future and direction in my career. And this manager sat and looked at me in my face and said, I've been waiting for you to come to me and say that. Family, you don't know what you don't know. I didn't know what I had to do. And at that point in time, I did everything that this man was showing me to do, to become a better worker, to show the skills and the value that I had to do other, skills and jobs within this company. It changed my life forever. And that made me realize right then and there, my first lesson, that no one is coming to save me. No one is coming to save you. He was waiting for me to come to him. He may have seen my potential. He may have seen that I had the ability, but if I didn't want it, he wasn't giving me anything. So family, No one is going to come save you from where you're at. No one is coming to meet you and take on your value and give you a good life. You must go out there and showcase your value. Family, I appreciate you tuning in. And if the message relates, please stay connected with Unc on all social media for updates, behind the scene contents, and discussions. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force it to drink. As always, family, be blessed.